You're like the OG, bro.
Nah, I'd say Randy's the OG.
Well, both of you.
Randy's
I mean,
there, and then me. I think it's Randy, then me right now for full-time superstars. It's nice. It's crazy. I didn't think I'd ever, like, when I first came into WWE, did you think I would be one of the last ones, or did you think I was one to be gone in 3 months?
I lost the money. I lost the bet. Yeah. No, to your credit. Yeah. No.
But you let him back in the locker room.
Huh?
He did let me back in the locker room.
But you let him back in the locker room.
Well, that, you know.
Lost the bet.
Yeah. I don't know. I second guess that decision. But.
Wow.
That was one of the happiest moments of my career, I would say. Because when you're kicked out of the locker room, there's some people that wanted people to see that I was kicked out of the locker room and would change like in front of. I found my own like locker room, which was usually in like a broom closet or like in the back or wherever, but I didn't want anyone to see me. And it was like 6 months. I think it was even longer than that.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Dang. It was a long time.
Because I think at that time, I think the whole thing went down, and I don't know all the story, but it probably started in a live event. And I think at that particular...
It did start at a live event. I ate a piece of chicken over someone's bag, and the way it was brought to the attention was that I was in the locker room throwing chicken everywhere, right? And it was like, I remember, and I kind of dismissed it, I guess you can say, and it probably wasn't the wrong way to do, right? So the person walks in and goes, oh, you're eating chicken over my bag. Like, oh man, I'm sorry, you know, and then another person walks in, oh, you were eating chicken over his bag. Oh yeah, and I knew what was happening. So I literally got up and left because I saw oh, it's gonna start going here to here to here, Snowball, and then it's gonna go. So let me get out of here. I apologized, walked out. And then I remember I was watching, we used to watch them on VHS tapes, our matches back. Remember that those days?
Yep.
And so I was watching my match back and I just hear, wasn't you. And I got yelled at, probably the worst I've ever been yelled at in my entire life. And I didn't get kicked out there. I was yelled at. And then that night I went to Chili's and got a gift card. And I gave it to the person. I was like, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to, eat chicken over your bag. Like I blah, blah. Oh man, it's okay. Blah, blah, blah. The person that yelled at me goes, yeah, chewing on a straw. I think you need to be kicked out of the locker room just for live events. Okay, sure, no problem. Let me get out of the locker room. There we go. And my heart sank, right? Then the next day was TV. I see the person chewing his thing. Hey, you're kicked out of the locker room, TV, and this. I go, okay, yes, sir. Didn't have to go to court, by the way, which I was shocked. I was ready. I was like, oh, man. Oof. I had my Jack Daniels ready. Like I was ready to go.
It may have behooved you to go to court.
Oh, my God. I don't know. But yeah, then I would find places to go, and then the person told me, you can come in when I tell you can come in. Something happened to that person, and that person went away. And so I had no way of getting back in. So I was like, oh, man. So I went to the person I ate the chicken over. I was like, how do I get back in the locker room? You're still in the locker room? I go, yeah. He goes, I had no idea, man. You should talk to Taker. I go, okay. I go, I've been kicked out of the locker room. Oh, you have? You knew. But you're like, oh, you have? What'd you get kicked out for? I ate a piece of chicken over a person's leg. Oh, you did? I'll get back to you on that. And then I was like, oh, man. Oh, so I waited till the end, and then I think you probably forgot, but I walked up and said, Mr. Do you think I could come into the locker room? And you were like, you're back in, kid. And I was like, oh. I remember driving with Punk, and it was like Ryder and Brian Myers and Hornswoggle. We'd stack like a caravan. Oh, man. Swoggle would be in the back.
Did he ever drive?
We'd have no.
Because he got that pedal thing.
No, he would never drive. He would always sit in the back because we had to fill bags, right? And he was the only one that could fit in the back. And so we would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in, and we had 5 bags, that we'd have to. And we were literally, and we'd all stay in the same hotel. We'd get he would always take the cot, and so it was always way cheap. Honestly, I spent maybe $100 a weekend. Like that's how much we were able to split it up between all of us.
Oh, Dylan.
But yeah, I remember being in there and being, guys, I'm back in, man. I'm back in.
Yes.
They're like, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. So I probably knew that at one point you had been kicked out, but I wasn't doing live events at the time. I was only doing TV. So a lot of things, people always are under this impression, like, oh, he was locker room leader. He knew everything. It's like I'm Don Corleone. Like there's a lot of times things happened and then they get filtered to me later. And then you find out too, like a lot of times people would go, oh, Taker's going to be pissed. And I have no clue about whatever.
But you got to understand the mid card and undercard was always like,
yeah.
Like with Taker, it's Taker. But also I don't think you understand your aura. When you walk into a place, your aura is it's even like whether you still feel like Undertaker or Mark or whatever, when you walk into a room, your aura puts people towards you, and it literally you could either scare a person or you could or you could be the nicest person in the world.
I try to tell him that at home.
I don't think you probably don't know, because most people with that kind of aura, they don't get it.
Yeah, but I literally not trying to be funny. I tell him that at home too. I'm like,
notice everyone in here going,
oop.
Yep, yeah, everyone.
See, I'm like, if you don't say anything in the mornings, like it changes the whole mood of the house. And like you don't even mean to do it, but it's just your. Is it Craig? What's he doing now?
I made a lot of people uncomfortable. I'm eyeballing everybody right now.
Everyone literally went, yep, he's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a teddy bear.
And you can feel that sometimes. And then other times you can be like a...
What?
Don't know the right word for
well,
it.
you're going to bail on that one. Huh? Hey, don't be a coward.
Ooh. That's like, in WWE terms, that's when a person gets really angry.
Is it? That's what I've
heard. It's
like,
I feel like we're in a thing.
It's weird. That's what I've
coward.
heard.
And it's like,
anybody ever called you a coward?
Oh my God, every day. I mean, honestly, like in WWE, yes, many times. I mean, I feel like that's
like
the
in
standard.
Particular, maybe.
Oh, you've called
Daniel
me a coward?
Bryan?
Oh, Daniel Bryan. Oh, shoot, we're getting there.
I know. Hey, look.
You thought he was calling me a coward? You thought he was calling
so
me a
here's
coward?
how I do that one, right? So I remember, so I've been called a coward a million times, right? 100 times.
Okay.
When he called me a coward, it was a different, it was different.
I would say so.
It was, I knew what he was saying. And I was like, all right. And so, yeah, I blacked out. Like, I don't black out usually when I cut promos. That was in a moment where, it's going to sound so stupid, but I was going through an acting phase where I read a book, and it's like, try to memorize, like when you're happy, try to think about it in the back of your head that you're happy and what your body is doing, what you're feeling. So whatever emotion that I was feeling, if I was in an argument, I was literally in the back of my head going, all right, you're in an argument. What's your body doing? What are you feeling? Blah, blah, blah. Because I wanted to be a better actor, if you will. So every conversation that I would have, like even right now, I'm doing it. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I? Oh, okay, I'm doing this, da, da, da. So whenever I would act, I would be able to do that, right? So I remember when he called me a coward, and I remember, oh, you're getting mad. Oh, you're getting really angry. And then I remember the words coming out, and I went, oh no. And then he left, and I didn't know what to do, because I was like, I thought he was going to hit me. Like, I was like, all right, he's probably going to hit me.
What was the difference?
I thought it was
like,
the
I
other
don't
way
know
around. I thought you were going to hit him.
Yeah, you seemed really mad.
No. I was not in, no, I wasn't going to hit him. I was going to let him know.
I think you did.
And then I was waiting for him to hit me, and he just left. And when he left, everything went off. Like, I mean, I couldn't make, when I get really, really mad, I can't speak. It's, my brain is going so fast and so mad that I can't get words out. So everyone's like, oh, it's the greatest promo ever. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And I watch it and I go, that is terrible. I'm not getting my words out correctly. I was so angry, and I was not scared, but like, I've never lost it like that before in my life. And so, and I just cut it right to a camera because I found something, and then left. And
that's what I told you.
You ever, when you black out, I don't know if you guys have ever had this type of situation, like you walk off and you're out of breath and you're like, what just happened? Did I just do something bad? Did I like, you know what I mean? Like, did I not like hurt, but like, did I just say something that I didn't mean to say?
Yeah.
Or did I do something that's going to, you know, retaliate and hurt our WWE? Am I going to, I get into those mode. I was there, and afterwards everyone was like, and I remember it was the set was right in front of where everyone had to leave. And it was back in the day when people actually waited till the end of the show to leave.
Yeah.
And so people were waiting because we were filming, and
Yeah,
they couldn't.
Yeah.
So everyone was just like, I remember seeing everyone just mouths dropped, like, holy cow. I remember getting a bunch of texts, and this was on a show, by the way, that no one watched. And we were trying to get, you know, a little like going. And I wasn't even supposed to be on the show that day. The long story short, I was put in a dark match, and I was very angry about it because it's the first match on a show, and I wasn't on the show, and I was the Intercontinental Champion.
Right.
And I was like, you're going to put me in the dark match? Like, I'm not even on the show? And then they're introducing 2 new titles. And I was like, what about this title? Like, this title like meant, I mean, that title still means so much to me because it was the workhorse title. Like I remember always hearing, oh, you want to be the workhorse? You're the workhorse title. The workhorse title. It's the title that gets you to elevate to the top, and that's what I wanted it to do. And all I was doing in that era, all that title was doing was you have the title and you just lose, but you still have the title. You're just going to lose. You still have the title. You're just going to lose. Now you're not even on TV.
Right.
Yeah.
So I remember I went up to Road Dogg, and I was like, put me on Talking Smack. He's like, what do you want to be on Talking Smack for? I was like, he's the general manager. I'll just let all my frustrations out on him. And then when he called me a coward, everything changed.
Flip the script there.
Everything got to change. Well, I mean, Daniel's he's an immense talent. Like, we know that, right? Like, he is an incredible talent. But we're like this.
Oil and water a little bit.
Yeah,
huh?
man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we get along, but it's like we're not going to hang out with each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I remember watching that, and honestly, as a fan watching, I was going, "Is this real? Or is this a work? Like, you never know. Is this part of the storyline? Exactly.
Is it real or fake?
But I'll tell you when I knew, like, or when I had that real inkling of, no, this is like, there's something there, is by Maurice's reaction or non-reaction. She wasn't reacting, and I knew she didn't kind of know what to do. She was like, oh, like, this is for real. Like, he is hot. So I could tell by her that there was some underlying, some little underlying issues there.
Yeah. I can get mad.
It was good to see. It was fun.
Thanks.
Like,
Thank you.
I remember
for
it
the
happening.
I
entertainment.
didn't like the feeling.
No. Obviously, you don't like that feeling, but man, when you have that, you can tap into that.
I can tap in. So, you know, like going back, like I can tap into that now whenever I need it.
Right.
Like, it's like, oh, I know where that is.
Yep.
So it's all like there, but I don't like to unleash it ever.